Yesterday at City Hall, there was a flag flying for autism. People wore blue to work, and to let us know more about what's to expect over the month, Autism Awareness Month, we have Mick, Kitor joining us from Autism Ontario. Great to have you here on the show.
Thanks for having me.
It was very important yesterday to have the awareness, the campaign launch itself, and to get people talking.
Well, yesterday was National Autism Awareness, International Worldwide Autism Awareness Day, and it was the first time Canada actually officially recognized it and participated, so that was really encouraging.
What's encouraging is what can happen to children when they get into these therapies. Diagnosis is really the critical thing in terms of getting to this young. Can you help people understand in terms of what we're looking at with autism, what it really represents, and the kind of different variations of it?
The variations, sure. So the key, or there's two factors that impact prognosis. One, how early you can diagnose, identify, and then start treatment. And it's not medical, it's all very labor-intensive, one-on-one interactions for hours and days at a time. Right now, the earliest I think is possible to diagnose someone is around 1 year old.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, if you wait for the public system to sort of do it for you, you're probably looking around 2.5, 3.
The issue is the wait times.
Wait times for publicly funded diagnosis and treatments make it effective, make the window where children learn so fast, you know, that preschool window when they're just picking up language and they're picking up social interactions, that window is effectively closed if you wait for the system.
In which a lot of families, if they have the means, are looking to doing it privately, private diagnosis, private treatments. It can get incredibly expensive while you're still in the waiting process, because that is such an integral time to be able to get the treatment started.
It is. I mean, pretty much anybody, well, with our family, you know, grandparents kicked in, they ate into retirement savings. We ran up the line of credit. Other family members donated. You do whatever you need to do. You know, our running joke in our family is we've already spent Finn's college fund. It's gone.
And yet it's crucial for his development, because he's come so much further along than he would have had he still been waiting for the diagnosis and then waiting to get into the treatments.
Oh, absolutely. 2.5, he had maybe 10 sounds, not words, but sounds. And now he's just a running dialogue of questions. It's fantastic.
As a parent, it's got to be incredibly rewarding to see the treatments paying off and the child communicating and you know, having access to your child.
It is, and seeing him at school and having friends come up to him and say, "Hey Finn, how are you? Come on, let's go play." I mean, it's one of those things where your hopes are sort of dashed when you initially get the diagnosis, because you don't know what to expect, but it doesn't have to be scary.
You were talking about getting the diagnosis. Right now there's going to be a change in terms of when you're diagnosed with autism. There's going to be different levels that people have a better understanding of what that child, or what the future could be for this child.
I'm not an expert on that. I'm not a psychologist, but my understanding is that right now they've got about 3 different diagnoses: Asperger's, PDD, NOS, pervasive development delay, not otherwise specified, and autism. They'll be grouped into one, and then they'll actually, the diagnosis will be autism, and they'll highlight the deficiencies or the areas of difficulty for the patient.
Your wife, you were saying, noticed about a year that something just wasn't quite right. You said you were in a little bit more denial than...
I was kind of like, he's a boy, he's not talking yet, don't worry about it. My son could spend hours at a time playing on his little keyboard. I mean, at 2.5, he freaked my wife and I out because he started playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on a keyboard, and we had never taught him. So she was, there's something up, we need to start asking people. We even asked our family doctor, and he said, no, just wait, it's slow.
Gut instinct for parents. So you're saying check in for information, contact even Autism Ontario, ask questions, get to the doctors. That's the key. Get
to the doctors, and the treatment for autism won't hurt any. Like it will still do benefit to a neurotypical child, and there's no harm by assuming that if you have questions, if you have worries, assume that it is until proven otherwise.
AutismOntario.ca if you're looking for more information. Best of luck to you.
Thanks very much.
And to Finn, sounds like you got a wonderful little boy right there.